Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, there's two big commissions out there that have now come out also in favor of getting that no sail order lifted finally. So the first one that came out was the American Society of Travel Advisors, which is basically travel agents, have also come out and said it's time to start opening up the cruise lines. It's starting to get very, very desperate. A lot of companies haven't been making any money whatsoever. And if you know you're a travel agent, the vast majority of travel agents get paid by commission, and they only get paid once the person travels. They don't get paid if money's on future cruise credits or the money's on other things. They don't get paid that. They get paid when the person cruises. So if cruising finally does start up, say in December, and people start booking again, probably booking for July, August, that means some people will have gone from March to July of the next year making $0 at their job. So the American Travel Agency Society said, look, it's time, guys, it's time to start opening up. And then we have the big one that's really pushing it, and that's the Federal Maritime Commission. The commissioner, Louis E. Sola, I believe is his name, and he's come out with a lot of points and basically saying that not only is it important to open up the cruise industry, it's urgent to open up the cruise industry. And they go into an awful lot of facts and a lot of points saying, you know, he doesn't focus a lot on what's happening in Europe and how safely they're opening up or anything like that. He focuses on the economic impact of Florida, saying that Florida represents over 60% of all cruises out of the United States. So yeah, the vast majority of money coming in from cruise ships goes to that state of Florida, and it is hurting the economy hugely. First off, already so far this year, they've lost about 50,000 direct jobs with the cruise industry. That's not counting travel agents, by the way. That's direct jobs with the cruise industry. And they've lost about $3.2 billion in direct economic impact. Oh, and by the way, those 50,000 employees were over $2.3 billion in tax in revenue for those people as well. So we're not talking a few $1,000,000 here. We're talking in the billions of dollars for a single state in the United States. And they are saying that it is absolutely urgent to get some of these things going. He says Florida has the top 3 cruise ports in all the United States. Of course, you know, that's Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando area, Port Canaveral. So yeah, it's very, this is hitting them probably harder than any other state in the United States. Now, they've gone through some facts and they've been checking some things out, and they have come out with some huge amounts of money that if this continues on, that will be lost. Not to mention the amount of jobs that will be lost. They say if this continues into next year, that 50,000 job number could be 150,000 jobs, not including travel agents, and it could be $8.6 billion in lost revenue for the state that may never come back or may take forever to come back as well. They are really pushing, and they come out with they say it's not just large companies that a lot of people think, you know, that's what's affecting the cruise line. Cruise lines are huge companies. And so that's what's affected, right? Only huge companies. No, because if you think about it, and even Mr. Sola said as well, is that cruisers come into town and come into Florida before and after their cruises, and they spend more money while they're there. They help support the hotel industry while they're there. So many people stay 2, 3, 4 nights sometimes in the hotel industry. Also, they have to eat. They dine. They fly in the night before. Oh yeah, by the way, they've lost about $2 billion in airline revenue directly related to cruisers flying into Florida. Again, another industry hit hard by the no sale order. Also, once people eat, they have to dine in restaurants. Those are mom and pop restaurants sometimes, local shops. They use taxis to get back and forth because most of them don't have their car with them. They don't live in Florida. They don't drive. They fly in. So they're using the taxi service. They're using Ubers. They're using the bus systems. They're using whatever transportation they can find, and that's more money into the economy. And a lot of people go shopping ahead of time because they don't want to pack everything in their suitcases and they don't want to carry a lot of suitcases. So they'll go and they'll shop ahead of time. They'll buy, oh, you know what? I need some new shorts and I need some socks and I need some shoes. And I forgot my water ship shoes that I want to bring on. And you know what? I should really get a good camera for this trip because I want really good pictures. All kinds of shopping is done by cruisers ahead of time. And it does boost the economy. And that's not counted in all those figures that we already said. And he also comes out and he says, I want to give a good clear point of, let's talk about one cruise port in particular. And he targeted Key West Cruise Port. Now, Key West Cruise Port, nobody sails from Key West, so it's a port of call. So you're not going there on embarkation day and disembark. That is a port of call. Cruise ships stop there to visit Key West. And that represents about 1,250 local jobs in the small state of Key West, as well as over $85 million in revenue as well. How much money is that? Well, that represents 15% of the entire tax revenue of Key West. So yeah, that city of Key West, it probably would really like to have some of that money back. I know there's a lot of discussion right now about cutting back on large cruise ships. And if we're looking for a dollar figure and job losses, well, picture that. You can easily count about 1,000 jobs gone, and you can easily count about 10 to 15% of the city's tax revenue gone. And think of how many services that money pays for already. So they are really, really pushing the CDC to either cancel the no sale order, just let it expire. By the way, today's Friday. It expires on Wednesday of next week. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is the last day. 5 more days. The CDC has never waited this long. Now, that being said, I'm filming this around noon today. So far, no word has come out. So yeah, it could very well come out the minute this comes out because I release my videos around 3 o'clock my time. So it's very easy that this could come out as I'm saying that, and they could extend the order 1,000 days. Who knows? But they're pushing right now to say, let's let it expire, because it's going to take a while for the cruise ships to start up. It's not going to be a flick of the switch and everybody's gone. It's going to take time. In fact, the majority of cruise ships sailing out of the United States are in Europe right now. So they have to get time to crew up and get here and restock and resupply and set up port terminals, etc., etc., etc. But they can't do that until that no sale order is lifted or they're given a date that they're allowed to start. So they're begging the CDC and saying it's absolutely vital and absolutely urgent that this gets going soon. And so that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of people now coming out and saying, hey, we got to do something about that. Also, we just recently saw about 7,000 jobs lost with Carnival Cruise Lines. If this no sale order is extended too much longer, you're going to see Royal Caribbean, you're going to see Norwegian, you're going to see a lot of other cruise lines probably end up doing the same thing. And that's not going to look good going into an election year with a lot of job losses all of a sudden popping up like this. So who knows? It's a lot of pressure on the CDC right now. It's the first time there's really been any pressure on them to let that order lift. We're holding our breath, we're crossing our fingers, and we're hoping that they're listening. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself... You know what? I was just thinking, more travel vlogs from around the world, and I haven't been able to go anywhere in 6 months. But I will. Have yourself a safe and a great vacation.